Okie doke. There we go. We're coming in for a bonus episode. John, this is where we just be ourselves. We don't talk.
I'm always that.
Oh, yes, you are. But not me. I like to just be, free-flowing. The conversation
Are you saying
goes...
you put on a facade on our normal episodes?
Well, I don't put on a facade, but, I have to be the one to kind of direct the conversation, make sure we kind of stay on topic. But for these bonus episodes, I don't do that. I kind of let you decide where we go on these.
Let the reins go.
Let the reins go. What reins?
It's a drought.
All right. So just for you listeners out there, we're going to, peel back the curtain a little bit. We're going to be recording 2 bonus episodes right here.
Peel back the beef curtains. Let's go.
Did you know that the last episode was... Those are my favorite kind of curtains.
Yeah.
Did you know the last episode was our 181st episode?
So this makes it 182?
Yeah, this would make it 180. Oh, wow. And you know what? This bonus episode is blink-182 related.
Oh.
Oh, my gosh.
Synergy.
Whoa. Everybody, calm down. It's going to be fine.
Let's give everybody a few seconds to relax.
Uh-huh.
Okay, deep breaths.
This was not planned.
Let's do a little bit of ASMR here and just...
Oh, okay.
Beef curtains.
I'm gonna sip my coffee here. Can you hear it? Hold on. ASMR.
There you go.
Shh.
Oh. No, one of my favorite ASMR triggers is somebody choking to death, so go ahead.
Oh, God. I started laughing.
I love to hear the death rattle.
You can actually hear it? Oh, my God.
Can you imagine if that was somebody's ASMR trigger? It was just like watching people on, like getting the plug, the plug pulled on them, and just So, I got tingles.
Oh my gosh!
It's just the sound of that dialysis machine. It just gives me tingles.
You're gonna have some sicko.
Oh, that's such a
YouTube
good
channel.
Remind me to write that down. That's a pretty good stand-up, like, little chunk.
Yeah, you should write that down when you don't do stand-up.
Like, people that have awful ASMR triggers, that's
John,
a good stand-up chunk.
I really feel like that should have been your calling, is stand-up.
I don't write.
I know you don't, but if you did, like if you actually spent time, sat down with a pad and paper, wrote for a year, I think you would have some solid material. And
I'm just going to give
hilarious.
that to somebody. I'm just going to direct message like Shane Gillis and be like, hey, I came up with this thing, but I'm not capable of doing anything with it. You take it.
Or we can give it to our friend Neil Rubenstein.
I venture to say it might already been done. Somebody's probably done it.
You're one of those guys that steals material.
No, I've never heard anybody say anything about it, so that's why you get so excited.
They say that Amy Schumer steals a lot of material.
Yeah.
She's not funny anyway. Not just because she's a woman. She's just not funny.
But, I mean, that doesn't help.
No.
It's not a good start.
No. Should we get into this bonus episode?
So we can cut out all this shit that happened before it. Yeah.
Oh, I'd probably leave it in. Remember, we let our hair down here.
Oh, yeah. Anything goes.
No reins. Okay, so episode 182, which is a bonus episode. I don't even know why I call them bonus episodes at this point, but I feel like I have to because they're just different. So this week, a Redditor mentioned in the Pop Punkers subreddit that Robert Smith of The Cure and Tim Armstrong of Rancid, they're listed as writers on Blink-182's upcoming album. Additionally, so is Ryan Tedder of One Republic. So, if we go to... Well, I guess let me read the Reddit post here, because it got me thinking. And so it says, Robert Smith and Tim Armstrong are writers on Blink-182's new album. And it says, according to Wikipedia, which we'll pull up here in just a second, Robert Smith is one of the writers on track 3, which is called Fell in Love, and Tim Armstrong on track 15 called Fuckface. And it says, plus several other songwriters such as Ryan Tedder and a few others. Then he asks if anyone can fact check this. And there are some comments on the post. So let's go to the Wikipedia real quick. And it does say, John, on Anthem Part 3, we got the Blink-182 guys and Aaron Rubin, who helped produce this album. So that's not surprising. producers often go down as, songwriters or co-writes because they are making decisions in the studio. But you've got Nick Long, you got Ryan Tedder, Robert Smith, Andrew Goldstein, who has his name across so many different hits. And you've got Brian Lee, you've got Ruben on a number of these songs. Michael Polak, I don't know who. Looks like he's had hits with Justin Bieber, Miley Cyrus, Katy Perry, Jonas Brothers. So you got some heavy hitters on this album. Now, I guess my question is, I don't know, do we want to read some of the Reddit comments? Because he wanted people to fact check some of this. Or do you just want me to ask the question that got me thinking?
Oh, just ask it.
Okay. So, John, what do you think? Do you think Blink-182, being who they are and everything they've accomplished in all of the years, should they be writing their own songs? What do you think of Blink-182 doing co-writes?
I'd prefer that they didn't, but if it's just like a couple of featuring kind of situations,
Okay.
Bringing Robert Smith in on a track is pretty cool.
Yeah, because he was on...
It's not like they're bringing in professional industry type professional songwriters, but
I'd argue that Ryan Tedder and Andrew Goldstein are, and I guess that Michael Polak, who is only on one song, according to the Wikipedia post. So this isn't like necessarily confirmed, guys. It's kind of, we'll find out when we find out.
Yeah, we don't have liner notes in hand yet, so
yeah. So, but this is what Wikipedia is saying. What this guy found. Robert Smith, Blink is a fan of Robert Smith and The Cure. And didn't Robert Smith show up on the Boxcar album on one of those tracks?
He's on the self-titled Blink-182.
Oh, self-titled. That's right. That is right. Okay. I don't know why I thought. Yeah.
Don't be hard
I don't know why
on
I thought Boxcar. I'm with you. Like, I think co-writes are absolutely fine as long as they are, still co-writers on the songs themselves. As long as Blink-182 is on the song, I don't like the idea of them not having any part in writing their own songs, but I don't think they need to write 100% of the songs. I think I would prefer that it's just them, but I'm okay. Because I think co-writes can often encourage creativity and really give a song its absolute best foot forward. So it could potentially make a mediocre song. I think it can make a mediocre song a great song. So I'm open to co-writing with others, and especially those who have had a proven track record. So I'm okay with Ryan Tedder and definitely Andrew Goldstein, because he's worked with all kinds of different genres. Ryan Tedder, I'm interested in. I feel like he's probably more on the pop side, maybe some country side. So that'll be interesting to see. I'm open to it, but at the same time, Blink wants to put out the best possible album at this point. Like, this album is very, very important in their like when it comes to the catalog and their legacy, I feel like, because Tom is back and all eyes are on them. So they want to make this their best album. They want this to be the best one they've ever released. So I just feel like they are utilizing some resources at their disposal to do so. And I'm all for this. I think that it's fine. The main thing is they are co-writers on their own songs, and I think that's the most important thing. And that they have the most. They're in charge of where the song goes.
There's not they're not being run by a label or anything like that.
Right,
they're making the final decisions are theirs probably. So
exactly, and those other guys or other songwriters are there to help guide, maybe, or offer suggestions. So, the guys hadn't written together in years before writing for this record. So doing something like co-writes to get those creative juices flowing again makes all the sense in the world, because you got to work out the kinks, They've written great albums. We all know that Blink has written great albums together, Blink as in Travis, Mark, and Tom. And, it's been years upon years that they haven't been in the studio together. So, coming back, you got to kind of, it's not like, I don't know that it's necessarily like riding a bike. Like, you're just going to pick up where you left off. maybe they could have. I don't know. But I think it's okay to sit down with other co-writers and just kind of see where it goes. And yeah, so I'm all for this.
No, it doesn't bother me.
But let's read some of the comments on here. So again, this Redditor asks, can anybody fact check this? I don't think anybody nobody could fact check this right now. But one person says Blink does a lot of collaborations. Patrick Stump wrote some lyrics for Sober on California. Robert Smith worked with them on the Untitled album already, which you said that. On top of that, Tim previously worked with Travis and Tom in Boxcar on the song Cat Like Thief. I think that's what I was thinking of, Cat Like Thief. Okay. Yeah. As well as being in the Transplants with Travis. Yeah. So that makes sense.
Well, I mean, Travis has done a lot of featuring, in the meantime too, and production and just being a part of other people. So it's only natural that it's going to kind of cross over.
Yeah,
the other way.
Exactly. Okay, so somebody says, although it would have been nice to see the entire album solely written by Mark, Tom, and Travis, which was the case for every album they released except for a song or two, I'm just glad I don't see Feldman listed as a writer for every single song anymore. So I guess Feldman landed on the last.
Hate, yeah.
Well, I think he gets an unfair amount of hate. He's so important to the scene that I just don't think people really give him enough credit for. I mean, think of all of the albums. I don't need to go through them, but the Used album was huge. I mean, obviously he helped Blink continue on, even if you don't like the Skiba era. Story of the Year. I mean, he's some iconic albums he's got under his belt. So
yeah, I think he's just a victim of kind of having his own sound.
Yeah,
and people being able to pick up on it.
Yeah, he's got his own sound, his own production sound, and yeah, you can hear it.
And maybe just that it was, people borrow that sound.
Yeah, absolutely.
Too. Yeah.
Well, and especially when he's had some iconic albums under his belt that did well, resonated well with the scene. You want to copy that,
Yeah.
You want that sound. So. Yeah, somebody mentions too, John, that this could be a melody or lyric interpolation too. So maybe that there's a sample in there, that sort of thing. But
maybe somebody just happened to be visiting at the time, and
yeah, absolutely.
they get a credit. Yeah.
Yep. Somebody says, I think I read somewhere previously that the Robert Smith credit is a sample rather than anything new he's written with the band. So that could be. So we'll see. It kind of makes me a little bit more excited to hear this album, if I'm being honest, just to see where they go. Because it's like, I think, like I said, I think co-writes can really encourage creativity and takes a little pressure off too, so, and all of those things go a long way in making a record. So I'm interested to see. This is definitely going to be a new era of Blink-182, and we're going to hear them in ways that we've never heard them before. They've got all these co-writes on here. So I think I'm more excited that there's actually co-writers on here. And like I said, Blink-182 is going to be driving this truck. So they are deciding ultimately where this album ends up, where these songs end up. So I think it's going to be interesting, and it kind of gets me more excited.
I remain the same amount of excited, but yes, I agree.
All right. So there you have it, guys. I guess we'll find out on October 20th when all these songs are released. We can hit up the Spotify's and the album notes when we get those vinyl pressings and whatnot, and we could see who is on these songs. It'll be interesting. It really will. So, John, you want to close this one out, and then we'll do another bonus episode.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You got to know by now that you close out the bonus
episodes.
That's
right. Be sure to check out shop.allpunkedup. Shit, I forgot. Was .net?
No, it's .com. It's .com.
.com. Check out our merch store there. There it is. Go ahead and type it in right now. I'll wait. Well, thanks for tuning into this bonus episode, number 182. Woo! Got another one coming down the pike. Right now.
Here we go. Well, next week.
Next week, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But we're recording it right now. I'm guessing.
Right now. Yeah, because we're here, so might as well. All right, guys.
Fourth wall lifted.
Yep, here we go. All right, guys. Thanks for listening. Leave the reviews.
Oh, God, I'm going to sneeze.
We're good. John's going to sneeze. We out.
That's God.
All right. See you guys.